Hi, I'm doing a video response to Philos71's video of 5 questions every atheist must answer. I'm not an atheist, though I do have a spiritual mind. What I believe in is that our bodies are made up of atoms. Those atoms are energy, and once we die, that energy is released. And basically the energy, the universe is just a big mixing pot of this energy. Um, Whether or not an afterlife would be to, you know, have your energy, and just being able to share it with the universe. And after you die, um, you know, you know, everything that is in the universe is at your disposal. You can, go to the distant universes and so on and so forth. But that's just my belief. I like to think that it's not something that I would expect anyone to say, hey, look, this is fact. This is what this is real. Um, I think that's a lot of problem with most Christians now, is that when you go up to them and you say, hey, I think that Buddhists have a really good point in their moral system, and Christians will come up and say, no, I mean, they're wrong. I don't think that's right at all. I think that if you believe in Buddhism, you're going to go to hell. And a lot of Christians are like that, and there's no denying that. I mean, I've talked to a lot of Christians, and they come up to me and say, I don't want you to go to hell, whatever, believe in what we believe in. It's like, okay, but I don't believe in a hell. I don't believe in a heaven either. Um, so onto his video, his questions. Um, one of his questions is, aren't you using chance in the exact same way as you accuse Christians of using God of the gaps? Um, I agree that in the video he made a good point that a lot of atheists do use chance as a way of, the example God of the gaps. But in a sense, I think they use it in a bit more of an intelligent way, rather than saying that, like, for instance, if a man was to walk across the surface of the water, you would say, oh my God, it's a miracle. God did this. It's God's miracle. Um, but I think atheists would more or less, try to figure out why he was walking on the water, how he was walking on the water, figuring out the science behind it. Maybe there's a glass sheet on the water. Maybe it's not a miracle. Maybe it's just something that is a visual trick. Um, and so, I mean, I'm not saying that atheists are right. I'm not saying that Christians are right. I'm not saying either of them are wrong either. I'm just saying that it's not really a valid question. I mean, I know what you're trying to get at. You're trying to, calm atheists down with their tonality towards, the Christians' videos and stuff like that. Next question is, why should there be something instead of nothing? I think I agree with you, but I think that as humans, we're always asking the question, where do we come from? How do we come to be? And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. In the Bible, or I don't know if it says it in the Bible because I never read the Bible, but I'm sure that a lot of Christians say this, that God is the Father and that we are His children. So when I'm going to put this on a smaller scale, if I have a son or a daughter and they go to school and learn, am I going to not like that? Am I going to say, no, you shouldn't learn that? No, don't learn anything because that's bad. I think that's a little bit harsh. I mean, I think that if that would happen, we'd all be still trying to make fire and failing. But the next question is, where do you get your morals from? I like to refer to the Gertie Bitchin's video of video response to your video. He said family, friends, society, and his own reasoning. I also think that school is part of it too. I don't know if he said it, I forgot. But Yeah, all of that is where I get my morals from. I get my morals from my environment. Um, it's just like if someone were to live in a crack house and they had to deal with drugs and crime and all that kind of stuff, their morals will be completely different than my morals. Um, it just comes down to your environment, really. Um, yeah, so I mean that's where I get my morals from. I don't know exactly what you were trying to ask that question. I don't know what you were getting at, but the next question is how did morals evolve? I think the morals evolve through knowledge, and knowledge evolves through trial and error. So in essence, it's chance. Um, if you're doing an experiment and you fail at the experiment, you got to go back and redo your calculations and everything like that, and try the experiment again. You know, that's how morals evolve. Morals don't just exist. It's like it's something that evolves. As society evolves, as we become a better society, everything like that, our morals will change. That's how morals change. That's how morals evolve. Um, so the next question is: can nature generate complex organisms in the essence and in the sense of originating when previously there was none? Um, I have to say that one of the things that scientists believe that happens is that comets have the building blocks for life. Where those comets came from, how they originated, I don't know. I can't answer that. You've got me. But I don't think anyone else can answer that as well. Unless you go back to the Bible and you say that God made this and God made that. But we're talking about something that we can look at and visual and see, and that's what we think is fact. Anything else is really just a belief. It's an opinion. You can't prove or disprove an opinion. I can't say the Xbox is better than PS3, and someone comes up to me and say, "Oh well, no, you're wrong because of this." Sure, he's basing the facts of the different systems, but in my opinion, I still think that Xbox's 360 is better than PS3. I'm not saying that's what I believe in, so don't get that mixed up. Um, but nature can evolve from microorganisms. Again, where they came from, don't know. Carbon, building blocks of life. That's what they say. So I think that this video was really interesting. It got me thinking. But it also kind of brought up the fact that a lot of these videos are just brought up to spite other other religions, really. You got atheists who write videos in response to Christian videos saying that they're wrong, and you have Christians writing in response to atheist videos questioning atheists on like impossible answers that no one can really answer. Even Christians, without having to revert back to a Bible that says stuff. It's a belief system. It's chance. It's opinions. There's nothing really, you can't tell anyone that they're wrong. And if you do, then you're just being hypocritical and arrogant and just wrong. But that's my belief. That's my opinion. Everyone has their own thoughts. But yeah. Thanks for listening. Hope I get a response.